everything complex. He doesn't have the patience and the knowledge to do the right governing. Campaigning is fun. You just go up there.
The energy, the
right,
crowd.
arouse the crowd.
But then if after one of these campaign talks, whatever, then he Twitter, in trouble.
Bombard everybody else.
Yeah.
Now he's more careful with the.
Where's the aircraft carrier now? It's all very confusing. It's in the south or coming
It's
closer
going to
to
Australia.
Indonesia. At one point.
Joint exercise.
I said it was Australia. But now today I heard that they are moving to the north. One of them means which one? Moving up to the north now.
That's really, strange.
Trump's logic is you don't tell your enemy what they're going to do. Keep them guessing.
That's the new.
But now you're keeping your own people guessing all the time.
That's a business. Right? Keep your business opponent guessing about what you want to do.
Right.
And then within your own company, you sort of have two teams competing.
Keeping your friends guessing more every day. That's
The company doing negotiation,
But his son-in-law seems to be really quite powerful.
who?
His son-in-law.
Oh, right now, yes.
Trump
Right
is,
now.
because the source of power is Trump's trust.
He doesn't trust many other people outside.
If no trust on this person, there's no power.
So there's a theory that he intentionally keeps, we talked about this morning, all these 2,000 positions open because once they were filled, he couldn't really move as freely as he's doing now, right?
I thought the theory is more that he wants to shrink government.
But that's one theory.
Yeah.
But this is more like a conspiracy theory. He wants to, no constraints from the bureaucrats because they would tie his hands and even cushion it.
I haven't heard that theory. The theory that's being more discussed is that this is perhaps deliberate because he does want to shrink the size of government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also.
One thing I don't understand, the State Department only have Secretary of State.
Right.
Will they send 2 Deputy Secretary of State?
No, they're only going to do one.
Huh? They will do one?
I will explain this.
Okay.
So,
There are 4 undersecretary,
no, there are 7 and they're all
7?
missing.
All missing?
Yeah.
Alisa worked,
Department.
she worked as the Deputy Assistant Secretary
Yeah.
in charge of South Asia.
So, first of all, they're, in the Obama administration, they resuscitated a second deputy slot. So throughout the entire Bush administration and the
There's only
Clinton
one.
administration, there was only one deputy. So under the first Obama term, when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, they made a second deputy who only did management and resources. So a lot of focus on the budget and foreign assistance, where the other one did policy. So the Trump administration is taking away this deputy for management and resources, and they're going to have all functions in the one deputy. So there's a nominee for that, but not confirmed. Then there is 7 deputy undersecretaries who will report to the deputy. There's only one person permanently in place, and that's Tom Shannon, who is a permanent career Foreign Service officer. He was the former ambassador to Brazil. Before that, the Assistant Secretary for Western Hemisphere Affairs, very highly regarded. So he's the Undersecretary for Political Affairs, currently acting as the Deputy Secretary of State. So he's the acting deputy. All the other undersecretaries are empty, including the one for management, public diplomacy.
They resigned, right?
What?
They resigned.
Everybody who was a political appointee,
Have to resign.
their job ends. So political appointee for the human rights and global criminal justice, she was a political appointee, so her job vanished on January 20th. The one for public affairs and public diplomacy, political appointee, so that went away. The person who was in place doing arms control, that was a political appointee, so that went away. The person who was in place doing management, this is a very important State Department job.
Yeah, they should be permanent civil servant.
He was permanent, had been in that role for more than 8 years. Wonderful person, I worked closely with him. But this is the part of the State Department that you don't hear about publicly, but they're doing things like acquiring land for a new embassy and overseeing diplomatic security, the kinds of things that your whole infrastructure of a building. He was asked to resign. Trump cleaned house, they asked people who were in place to resign, they asked the person who was in charge of consular affairs to resign.
For career diplomat,
Yeah,
this is
But-
not,
well, it was a career diplomat who had been in that position for 8 years,
Right.
so he would have been due to retire anyway.
I see.
But so now what's happened, there are no assistant secretaries who are Senate confirmed. So what happens in the bureaucracy is the permanent people
其他的人
rise in an acting capacity. So if you'll look, everybody is acting. East Asia, acting.
Yeah,
Susan Sontag.
Right, exactly. So everybody is listed as an acting. They have an acting undersecretary for global criminal justice, who is actually the assistant secretary for international narcotics and law enforcement, Bill Brownfield. So he's acting as the undersecretary. The whole thing cascades down like that. So it's a real problem because you don't have enough people who have the senior level guidance and that stamp of confirmation. And the other problem with it is that with so many vacancies, you've got people filling roles in acting capacities and then,
Stretch.
right, everybody's stretched, exactly.
And they don't have the political clout or the kind of administration's advice on what they need to do.
Right, so people won't be running out there with a new agenda, they'll just be trying to maintain status quo because there's no other orders.
I think the problem is at the top. First, Trump already made clear, anybody say something negative about me, he will not be nominated. So, this first. Second, you look at White House website, they nominate 2,000 or 1,000 people every day for the nomination. But that's not fast enough. You got over 1,000
Right,
posts to fill.
right,
That's
who's
not-
more than that?
Yeah, so who slowed down this? Because all the personnel have to go to his son-in-law,
Yeah,
have to screen.
Jared.
Jared Kushner, have to have final check about this, personal check. We call, in China we call 组织部.
Really the same concept?
Yes,
kind of organization,
Kind of
department.
screening, background screening, authority.
Yeah,
So Kushner is doing this, that was a very slow process.
yeah. Well, he's doing everything.
He's doing everything, yeah. He even traveled to Iraq.
Yeah.
Did the Saturday Night Live show he's wearing this vest, right?
Yeah, they did a skit.
They did a skit episode on him and what else?
Bannon.
Bannon,
We were
right?
the last two, and then the president did it like an apprentice elimination round.
Oh.
And he was like, okay, now the last two people are here. I've got one name on my paper. Who's gonna stick around?
So
There's
fun.
a one photo White House released after the missile attacked the Syria airfield. It's in Florida in the room,
Yeah,
situation room.
yeah,
But in that photo, it's like the whole team is there,
yeah.
National Security and Foreign Policy team there. But only Secretary of Defense Mattis missing, not in the photo.
Yeah.
Why?
I think he was back at the Pentagon, and I don't think that Mattis had gone to Mar-a-Lago for the Xi summit. If you look at it, I don't think Mattis was there. Tillerson was there. Mattis was not at Mar-a-Lago for the Xi summit. I
Don't
know.
quite remember now.
Because the
I don't
Chinese have
See the photo. Yeah.
because Chinese have the chief of the staff there. He's part of the military, professional military person. So they should have counterpart there.
That's like here, starting like in the US.
But Mattis would not be the counterpart for a uniformed military officer. That would be the chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
Because in China,
Yeah,
The
it's
trying to
defense
kind of-
minister
yeah,
is
that's
always
right.
a professional.
The defense
military person.
minister is not that influential vis-à-vis the PLA.
因为中国的那个国防部长，
嗯
据说
嗯
Yeah, Chinese Ministry of Defense is it's just a nominal figure.
Oh, really? Huh. Okay.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
I don't know.
But I believe what you said is true.
Yeah, but
Matic
they
has
actually
to be
the
the
chair, right?
I
Has to be
mean-
the commander.
Chair of the joint.
When they made the announcement, the people who did the public announcement were Master and Tillerson.
Yeah.
I
They were
don't
there.
recall, I don't think Mattis was there. And if you
no,
look at
Mattis
that,
wasn't there.
if you looked at that photograph, most of the people in the photograph are actually economic people.
Economic.
Yeah,
The Wilbur Ross,
Yeah.
Gary Cohn, Dina Powell, they were all there because the Xi summit had a huge economic
Yeah.
Oh, Mattis
Yeah.
wasn't in the photo of the situation room.
No, not in.
No, he wasn't there.
What she said is in the back in the
Oh.
Pentagon.
Yes, she wasn't there. The small situation room,
Yeah.
you know, with when they bombed the
Yeah.
Syria.
Okay.
Mattis wasn't there.
Yeah, I thought he was not there.
Mm.
No.
But the four dialogue, one of them was about security.
Yes, but it wasn't Mattis.
Chinese side
Or maybe
had
he left early.
Chief of staff.
Who is the
Conrad
American chair for the security?
Maybe
Should be-
McMaster.
Should be the
Could have been McMaster
Secretary of Defense and Secretary of State.
Well, anyway.
or Tillerson. Could have been
Um,
Tillerson.
Anyway,
Talk about all these guys.
yeah.
The Singapore interest is whether McFarlane is accepting the Singapore position, the former deputy.
She already
Who knows?
No, she doesn't seem to be
No.
inching towards that, but at first was reported like that.
Who?
She's been offered
The
the
deputy.
former deputy
Oh.
national security
Mike
advisor.
Flynn's,
Yes.
Yeah. Because the reports
Casey,
were saying that she
yeah.
has been offered a job in,
Right,
in Singapore
Oh,
as ambassador to Singapore.
right.
She'll have to be formally nominated and then confirmed by the Senate,
Yeah.
so we'll find out.
I think she replied that it's not yet done deal, something like
Although it's a small
Like that.
state, but to the State Department professional career people say this is not a bad post, right? It's very
No, it's
good.
an excellent.
Good
It's excellent
Yeah.
post.
Very strong military connections there. Yeah, quite a strong presence actually.
Maybe she prefers Bill Riley's job now.
What a mess, yeah.
Yeah.
He was fired,
But,
Bill Riley.
yeah, when Trump fired Mike Flynn, I noticed the very strong sentence is I don't have any trust. No trust.
Oh.
Trust his son-in-law.
You know what? He said he has some trust in President Xi Jinping now.
Yeah, there seems strong men like strong men. Because Trump he interviewed, he said, when she arrived in the afternoon, they have some informal chat. That part is scheduled like 20 minutes, half an hour. They talk about 3 hours.
Oh, they went over the schedule?
Yeah, they over
Wow.
the schedule. And then he said, we over the schedule about 3 hours. And also the second day, after lunch, we're outside, the walking
Mhm.
outside, also around, almost about an hour or 2 hours of schedule, only maybe 40 minutes.
I think together they alone, you know, without the other cabinet officials,
7 hours.
just then between them and the interpreters, they spend like at least 3 hours
That's good.
alone,
Yeah.
talking to each other. So.
If one wants to
Xi and Trump,
read
they stay along
Or,
for several
um,
hours.
Yeah.